All right, guys, I do apologize. It is raining here in Kingshire, South Carolina. Just come back in. We're not going to let it ruin our energy here. So I'll just wait for you guys to come on in. Get to know Miss G part two. I thought it was about to be a part three, but I say no, I don't have to. Let me just go someplace else in the house and wait for a while for the Wi-Fi to come back on and do your thing. All right, people. Thank you so much for coming back in. Let me fix this. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Why can't I see? Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for coming back in. I was like, no, they're not going to see this. I do apologize. It is raining. Thank you so much. Hi, Talisha. How are you, sis? Thank you for coming in. Share this live. I had some music playing. I had the mood set and everything. Hey, girl. And they just wanted to mess with the connection, but not this connection with us. That's good. All right. Thank you so much for coming in, my keeper. All right, come on back in, y'all. Come on back in. The devil thought he was going to stop something. He ain't going to stop nothing. And that's my response to everything this year is, oh, he thought he was going to stop something? He ain't going to stop nothing. So let me flip back to my notes. Let's go ahead and get started. You guys can start dropping your questions in. I won't be before you long. I promise you, because it's still raining. I don't know if we're going to disconnect again. So let's just go ahead and dive into the get to know Miss G part. Thank you so much, Trail, for coming back in. I really do appreciate you guys. All right. So should we wait just a few more minutes for more people to come in? I think so. Let's just give it like 2 minutes or so. Uh-oh, we up to 8 people. Come on in. Share this live. Hi, my sis, Yvonne. How are you? That's a powerful why, y'all. Us Y's got to stick together. We're very rare. You can't really find us in the store. You can't really find us in the world. You know, very rare. Thank you, love. Come on in. I do apologize for the first piece. Hi, Tasha. How are you, girl? Thank you for the hearts. Come on in. If you have not seen Get to Know Miss G Part 1, y'all, do so. I'm just going to like go over, the first thing. Hi, Mariah. My sisters is coming in. Thank you, guys. So if you haven't seen part 1, I posted it. It may be like 3 posts down from this. I encourage you to go watch it. I encourage you to go back and watch it. How are you doing today, Mariah? Hi, Miss Robin. How are you? All right, so I'm just going to go over some basic things about me, like I did in the first one. So let's get right into it. Like I would say, it's story time. Y'all, I'm so happy. I'm so happy you guys just jumped back on in. That's good. I'm glad you're doing great. Okay, so just general questions and general get to know somebody, My name, my full name is Yata Goddess Gayflor. Thank you so much for the hearts. Y'all got me smiling. Again, my name is Yata Goddess Gayflor. My father's from Liberia and my mother's from New York, and they met as nurses. Ain't that cool? That's really cool. I didn't like my name. Let me give you a little backstory. I'm going to have a lot of backstories. But let me give you a little backstory about my name. I did not like my name. Big Meech, thank you so much for coming back in. I appreciate you. I didn't like my name, especially when it was time for award ceremonies and the snickering. I ain't have like that. Don't snicker. But I like it now because, you'll find a Kenyatta or you'll find a I've heard of a Dieta, but you know, really, there's nobody named Yata. You know, I like it now. I'm 29, October 12th, 1990. Well, October 12th, I'll be 30. But my birthday is October 12th, 1992. My favorite colors is pink and gray. I love all shades of pink and I love all shades of gray. My new favorite colors, you know, you start getting feeling new. So my new favorite colors are yellow, of course. I guess because my business colors is yellow, navy blue, and khaki. Loosh, what's up? Thank you for tuning in. And I'm starting to like emerald green, like dark green. I don't know why. It's a really pretty, because I have this nice silk green dress that I use as a shirt sometimes. And it's really pretty, so makes my skin pop. So my favorite food is grilled food, seafood. My favorite meal is rice, sweet peas, and meatloaf. Whew. My favorite vegetable is sweet peas, if you don't know. Now you know. Thank you. um, this was a question that somebody asked me. Do you have kids or how many kids do you want? So yes, I do have a son, a marvelous 9-year-old. We just celebrated his birthday, which was Mother's Day, so we both got a portion. We had an hour day. So I got the son and he got the mother. So he is 9. His name is Tori Brown, my future billionaire, because I'm raising a billionaire. Um, the next question is, what do you like to do? That's a loaded question. That is a very loaded question. For starters, I love makeup. I love dressing up. I love to go to Dollar Tree. I love to go to Walmart. My two favorite stores. Um, I like to write. I like to read. Of course, you know. I like pens. That's what I love to do. Like sometimes I am home, but that's very rare because I'm the type of person that I like to stay on the go. Like, hi, pretty. Thank you for tuning in. I love to stay on the go. I love to stay doing something. I feel like if I'm still, other than what God has told me, if I'm still and I'm not doing nothing, I feel like I'm not productive. So I love staying busy. I don't keep still, but it's a good busy. I'm not just out here doing anything. It's a good busy. So, my favorite shows slash movies. So let's get into the shows. I love comedy. So with that being said, my favorite show is Wildin' Out. With Nick Cannon, my favorite people on Wildin' Out is, of course, Justina Valentine, Chico Bean, DC Young Fly, and Carlos Miller. So those are my favorite people and my favorite show. My favorite movie, my top favorite movie. Can somebody guess what my favorite movie is? If you watched part one, you would definitely know what my favorite movie is. Hi, Miss Laura. Thank you so much for coming in. I love you. And that's another backstory, y'all. That's the reason. She is the reason why I started A Mother's Touch, to be honest. So that's when I get to the why about AMT, we definitely have to discuss Ms. Laura Wallace Elmore, y'all, because that's the reason why I started. All right, so my favorite movie of all times that I will watch back to back to back to back, and I know every part to it, Dreamgirls. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me about a part. I know every part from top to bottom. I know everybody's line. You know what? They should do a remake and have me in it. You think? Comment down below if that's a yes or a no. I think I should be in the remake. I don't know who I would be, but I know I need to be in the proximity of Dreamgirls. Like, the next movie I love is The Pursuit of Happiness. with Will Smith and his son. I don't know. It's just a really good storyline. Just a snippet of my life that I take from that happened. Some of the events that happened in that movie happened to me. Now, of course, it wasn't the marriage part. Not married. But some of the events in The Pursuit of Happiness did happen to me and my son. So I love that movie. Another movie I like is Brave, the girl with the orange hair, Merida. I love that movie. I will watch that movie back to back too. You think so? No, Effie had went bankrupt. I don't know if I want to go bankrupt now, Yvonne. Yvonne said I should be Effie. I think I would keep my money. I don't think. Thank y'all. Y'all say yes. I don't think I want to go bankrupt and start drinking. I don't think I'll do that. And she was the lead singer. No, I think I want to stay the lead singer. But that would fit the description. Right. So, okay. So another favorite movie is Burlesque with Christina Aguilera. I love that movie, especially, and I sometimes do this, and I know I'm not the only person in the world to do this, but I fast forward all the way up to the, almost about to the middle part, and when she popped out and sang, because one of the girls was jealous, she did come out on top at the end. She sure did. But when Christina Aguilera started singing because one of the girls cut the mics. You got to see the movie to understand what I'm talking about. And she started singing and those pipes was roaring. I was like, girl, you better. So yes, that's another favorite movie. And I'm starting to get into like the Marvel movies. I like good storylines. My favorite subject is history, y'all. I love history. I like digging for information and putting two and two and three and four together. So that's the type of person I am. But I'm starting to like all the Marvel movies. I'm literally going back to watch like all of the backstories and how do we get this far to Endgame and all of that. So don't think I'm strange. All right, my favorite artist, and don't judge me. Don't judge me. I absolutely love Stevie Wonder and Brian McKnight and Jason Nelson. So those are the top three. Stevie Wonder, Brian McKnight, and Jason Nelson. So we are, oh yes, Black Panther, yes. I could watch that movie 100 times too. I could literally watch it back to back. I have watched it back to back, to be honest. So let's get into the business side of me. So I do legally and legitly own 4 businesses. A Mother's Touch Daycare, the AMT Resource Center, Gay Floor Management, and I have a boutique. And it's the AMT Fashion Boutique. So legit LLCs. One, the AMT Resource Center is a nonprofit organization. And I do have 3 lovely board members that have been with me since day one, supported me. Yes, thank you. Yes, ma'am. Stevie Wonder songs. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, ma'am. They have been with me from me starting to write on napkins. That's how long these people had my back. So of course I made them a board member because they know all about AMT. I just can't let anyone come in and be a board member for AMT because you don't really understand what it took for me to get here. I've been in business with my brand AMT, the daycare, the resource center, for a year and 5 months. And I just can't have anybody waltz up in my space, in my circle, wanting to be a board member. You might vote me out. We don't know you. Yes, you can help. Yes, you can donate. But as far as, being that close to Mother's Touch and being hands-on, I would prefer people that have been there from start. And that's just me. Isn't nothing. I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that. I'm quite sure if it was your business and you were starting from scratch, writing on receipts of papers when God download that information in you and you almost about to swerve off the road because you got to write an idea down, it's that serious. And that's your baby. So how the song say? We got it out the mud. We got it out the mud, okay? Started from the bottom, now we here. Okay, so with the four businesses, just a little backstory. Um, I went to I went to a daycare and the owner was Miss Laura Wallace. And she had an in-home daycare and it was in Andrews, South Carolina. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. It was in Andrews, South Carolina. Yes, I grew up in Andrews, South Carolina. Went to all of the fine schools in Andrews, South Carolina. But it was this one particular daycare that never got out of my head. And Miss Laura Wallace started the daycare. The way she had it structured, I loved every bit of it. And as I got older, even to this day, that's how I want to look at it and take it so much further. She had the tricycles. She had the house, the home feel. Like you leave home, your mama drop you back off at home, which was daycare with Miss Laura. Like you felt the love in there. Like she taught us. She taught us. She disciplined us. She mothered us. So it stemmed from that. And I told my friend Lynette, I said, I want to have a daycare. I want to have a daycare because I was all over the place with college and everything. I wanted to be some of everything. But like I said, in 2018, a friend of mine, we were just talking and I was trying to come up with a name for the daycare. And I was going to originally name it Kings and Queens. I am going to keep pushing. That's T. Nicholas Page and I were talking, and I was trying to come up with a name for the daycare. And like I said, originally I was going to name it Kings and Queens, but it wasn't clicking for me. You know, I needed something to touch my soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, I needed something that if I started something, everything else can come up under it. All my other businesses could come up. Hi, Ashley Barr. Hi, girl. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. So I needed the umbrella and then have everything up under it. So I was like, I needed something that's going to touch me. And Nick said, how about a mother's touch? And y'all, just as clear as day, like there's a ring light shining on my face. That's how the light bulb came on. And from then, I was able to have other businesses come up under it. So a mother's touch daycare, a mother's touch resource center, and then branch off to Gay Floor Management, Mother to Mother, and the AMT Fashion Boutique. You see what I'm saying? Because I couldn't do Kings and Queens, everything. It just wouldn't sound right. Kings and Queens Resource Center. That don't sound right. A Mother's Touch Resource Center. It got a ring to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's was the start. And I think that was back in like 2018. Nick, am I correct? 2018, correct me if I'm wrong. So from that name on, I started writing on napkins. I was at other people's jobs, clocked in, barely paying attention. I'm not the only one that did this. I kid you not. I was talking to one of the women that I mentor all the way in Houston. Yes, I have mentees that I tutor all the way from Houston, 4 of them to be exact. And they felt the same way that I felt when I first started. I used to write on napkins, the brown ones, the white ones. I used to write on the back of my receipts because I just felt like it was just so much being downloaded at one time. See, I'm not the only person that do that. I could be at somebody else's job and I have to write an idea. It's that serious. It was that serious for me because I knew one day, whatever was on that napkin was going to come to pass. And it did. I still have them. I posted them when I started my Instagram page. That was like, I think it was like the first, second, or third picture that I posted, because that's motivation for somebody. If you don't have a piece of paper, if you don't have a notebook, by all means, baby, get the receipt that you got. Write on it. Daydream about it. Dream about it. Whatever you got to do. I used to go to sleep with AMT on my mind. I said it so much to I just walked around. I was smiling. And right, I got a witness on here. I'm telling you, one of my board members, Nicholas Page, is on here right now. I used to have full-blown meetings. And I forgot about this until we was on the phone just 2 days ago. I used to have full-out meetings with imaginary staff, practicing, rehearsing how I will respond in love, being so careful with choosing names for job titles. Because I don't just want to call you the AMT janitor. I want to care so much that I'm going to call you the AMT maintenance guy or the AMT maintenance. Hi, Mommy. My mama just joined the live. Hi, Mom. She had me on. I wanted to be so careful with the job titles. So if you were a janitor, I would call you maintenance 1, maintenance 2, maintenance 3. You know what I'm saying? For the first guy, the second guy, and the third guy, or woman. That's how much care I was putting into it. And I still got all of my job titles written down. I'm waiting for one day just to hire that maintenance guy. I'm waiting for one day just to hire that, yard beautification guy, which I already have one. I'm waiting for one day just to hire the AMT receptionist. You know what I'm saying? So it was that I was passing out papers. I'm talking about I had about 3 or 4 papers, paper clipped with job titles. I still got everything. I'm not lying. I'm not kidding. That's how serious I was about a mother's touch. Now, I didn't hire a receptionist yet. I didn't hire a maintenance guy yet, but it's coming. It's definitely coming. I believe it. I received it for my own self. Nobody have to tell me. I sat and daydreamed about it. So, yeah. That's how serious I am about a mother's touch. I might as well go ahead and say this because I've said it to numerous people. But a mother's touch is really a healing ministry for families, both single fathers, single mothers, married couple with children, foster parents, and just complete strangers that's just trying to help these kids. Mentors. So that whenever you don't have a support system back at home, now you're a part of the AMT family, and we're going to love on you. We're going to heal. We're going to get you some counseling. We're going to get you what you need. It's coming. Oh, definitely it's coming, Keeper. It is coming. So, yes, it's a healing ministry. The daycare is a cover-up. It's a healing ministry. God is in the center of all of this. This is way bigger than me. The things I daydream about, that I go into stare about, is way bigger than me. I see so much in the nearest future. I say nearest because I believe some things is going to happen this year and next year, and it's coming. Like my sister Pamela said, it's definitely coming. And my motto this year is, if I'm going to daydream about it, I might as well go ahead and do it. Because what do I have to lose? I don't have anything to lose. I got one child. I got one me. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm lagging around with multiple kids. So I'm able to maneuver. My support system is like right there to help me. Because they believe in what I'm doing and what's going to happen. So you guys can start dropping your questions in now. It's getting a little hot in here. You can start dropping your questions in. Hi, Javoria. Hi, girl. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. So I do have a couple of questions that I got from some people. You can go ahead and drop your questions in about anything, about a mother's touch or whatever. And while you're doing that, while you're thinking of some questions to ask me, I do have an upcoming event Yay, right? I have an upcoming event for children in our community and surrounding communities, and it's called the Neurologist Workshop. I believe that our children now are our future. So instead of just, don't get me wrong when I'm saying this, instead of just shaping and molding basketball players and football players, let's keep in mind that we're gonna need people to work on our heart. We're gonna need people that's gonna work on our feet, work on our, to look at our brain. We need to know what's going on with our hands and the mobility in our bodies. We're going to need more firefighters. We're going to need honest police. We're going to need honest firefighters. We're going to need investigators. We're going to need hairstylists. Who knows? I need to teach somebody something now, or get them in the area with somebody that can teach them about hair loss. I have a makeup class with Miss Monte. Her name is Cytheria Chapman. I have a makeup class coming up because we need celebrity makeup artists. We have billionaires right here in King Street. They just need to be molded. They just need to be shaped. They just need to be put in front of the right people for letters of recommendation. You know what I'm saying? And being that the AMT Resource Center is a nonprofit organization, I'm going to see $1 million plus, so that when my kids graduate from high school, oh, we sending out some checks to colleges. We're helping these mothers, these families, send these kids to college. Why not? Why would I become a millionaire for me? Let me tell you something. The clothes you see me wearing, and I've been telling people this, the clothes you see me wearing and the clothes you see me wearing in previous pictures that I take is from the thrift shop. So how dare I get $1 million and just go start splurging and buying all kind of crazy stuff that I don't need, and knowing good and well these kids need to get this education so that we can, have honest doctors, nurses, phlebotomists, firefighters. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see any questions yet, so I'm just going to keep diving into why I'm doing a Mother's Touch. So like I said, a Mother's Touch is a resource center. It is a nonprofit organization. I do have 3 amazing board members. And when y'all see my board members, when y'all see our picture, make sure y'all share it, because we coming out and I'm not playing no games. We're not playing no games. We're going to get these kids in King Street and the surrounding areas up and in front of the right people at the right time. This past, maybe like a couple of months, or maybe like a month or 2, I created a library tour. I want these kids to know that they have resources to go to. And, we went to, of course, our very own Winsburg County Library. We went to Andrews. We went to Florence. Where else did we go? We went to some other places. We went to 5 locations, and I made it my business to put 10 down. So over the summertime, we're going to HBCUs. What else do I want to say? The upcoming events, I already covered that. The makeup class, we're going to have a salon tour that's definitely coming up in June. You guys remember when I said I was locked in Charlotte? I'll be in Charlotte in June and July. So there's a question that Miss Candace asked. So her question is, do you have any weekend summer events coming? I would love to bring my children. I'm in Columbia. So that's a really good question. Yes. So May through July. I have a Saturday exploration program under the AMT Resource Center, and we're going to be going over careers. So whatever Saturday that you are available, we can definitely talk about that, and we can see, about your kids coming, or you can gather some kids in Columbia, South Carolina. Who knows? Let me get locked in Columbia. If you have a great library that you could recommend me to, or a place that we can come and maybe about 2 or 3 hours, rent the place out, we can come and do it. In Columbia, you don't have to come to us. We can come to you. So that's something to think about. But May through July is career-based. We're focusing on careers. What I'm doing with these kids. What is Miss G doing with these kids? That's a good question. What I'm doing with these kids is building their professional portfolio now by doing volunteer work, by doing community service, by having speaking engagements. We have a couple of speaking engagements coming up. As a matter of fact, May 19th at the Housing Authority Community Center here in King Street, South Carolina. We have some of our public speakers, which is our very own AMT Resource Center kids, that's going to be reading the mission statement and telling a little bit of history about a mother's touch. So that's what I'm doing. I'm building their professional portfolio now. And it's best to do it now. Don't wait till they get in middle school. For what? Don't wait till they get in high school. For what? Build it now so they'll have a portfolio, not just a couple of sheets of paper. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely working on that. I have multiple things for my kids to do. Thank you so much. Ms. Candace said, okay, I will work on setting that up. We will talk about that. Thank you so much. It will be an honor for me to travel. You know, I love to stay on the go anyway, so it won't be nothing for me to hop on the road and come to Columbia. So yes, I'm building their professional portfolios now. I'm making them public figures. They are already public figures, public speakers. And I also have a vocalist. Her name is Miss Kalia Mack. She's a vocalist. She can sing, y'all. She's shy, but she is willing to sing. She has sung at the AMT Celebrating Literacy Banquet that I had back in December on the 17th, y'all. It was so nice. It was really nice. I'll make sure that I'll, share that so you can see what I do. And I'm going to have another banquet. So if you know kids, if you know parents that, aren't really doing much with their kids for the summertime, sign them up. Call me, inbox me, email me. I'll drop all of that stuff below. Hi, Lynette. That's my best friend, y'all. My ordained best friend just hopped in. And she's another witness, y'all. So that's good to have some witnesses on here that really, really know me. What was I saying? Jeesh. I got excited because she hopped on. But we're getting things set up so that these kids can have a great future. Now, we can't sit here and say that they won't stray. I'm not saying that they won't stray. Who knows? We don't know. But us as adults need to make sure that they get what they need. I don't see any more questions, so I'm going to just go into. So, guys, lately we have been chatting about emotions. And that stemmed from what me and my godmother, Stacey McAveen, best-selling author, y'all, I'm going to drop her information down below too. But we had a conversation just before Sunday about being emotionally stable and handling or harnessing our emotions and bullying. And then turn around Sunday, my first lady, Tanya Washington Fulton, talked about pressure. So I said, you know what, let me start talking about emotions with my kids. And I kid you not, I divided my older kids up and my younger kids up because it was just so much. And I kid you not, when I saw my older kids Monday and I wrote on the paper name, date, and I wrote emotions as the title, my kids are pretty rowdy. If you have not seen, hey Denise, hey girl, if you have not seen a library tour and in the aftermath, my kids are pretty rowdy. But when I told them, when I explained the assignment and what we're going to talk about and what we're going to write on these papers, my class was silent the first time. And I've been tutoring them for 7-8 months now. I never heard silence before. Silence. So that goes to tell you that we need to stay on our kids. We need to continue to push them. We need to continue to encourage them. For example, my son, his self-esteem is high and low. So I feel like I'm a coach. All right, Juice, we're going to have a good day. All right, be good. I love you. Come on. I have to do that. And if it takes me doing that to keep him happy and up, by all means, I'm his mom. I'm going to do it. So we're talking about emotions now. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. We're getting down to the healing ministry part of a Mother's Touch Resource Center. And yes, I started Monday. So whenever you see other kids in the community and, they're doing something that they're, really good, and you saw it on Facebook or if the parents posted it, let's make sure that we encourage them further, because it feels really good. And I was a child, so it feels really good to have other people clap for you, encourage you, and cheer you on. I'm gonna be watching. They love it. They love discipline. They love to hear you say, I'm gonna be watching now. The next time I see you, all right. Sometimes you have to get on their level and say, all right now, I'm gonna be watching. Keep on, keep going. That's what I do with my kids. And they love it. They absolutely love it. So I don't want to talk you guys head off. If anybody have any more questions, you can drop it down below. I do have star readers. I have about 6 or 7 star readers. I have new star readers that I'm working with now that, they want to read in front of the camera. And it takes courage to get in front of the camera knowing that there's going to be so many people watching. And I encourage them to do so. It warms my heart to see them read, because I love to read. And I love to sit down and read with them. So that's always a good thing. I have a Saturday exploration program. Of course, we're going to be targeting careers this summer. We also have a child entrepreneurship program that's coming up. So if you're not a part, or if you're not following, or if you haven't shared this, make sure, if you see a mother or father and they don't have anything planned for their kids to do this summer, make sure you tell them. Come here. Make sure you tell them that Miss G has something for your kids to do. Teenagers as well. You want a letter of recommendation from a Mother's Touch Resource Center or the daycare? I can definitely put you to work. You can travel, you can carry the bags, you can do media. I have a whole media department as I'm working on now. It's so many things that I'm working on. Not all at one time. I do get crammed with other things. I swamp myself. And sometimes I have to say, all right, let me take a brain break. So there's a lot of things that your kids could be doing with Miss G this summer. And it doesn't matter how far, it doesn't matter how near. I can always make a trip. Ask about me. Ask about me. So I just want to say this last thing. And it's not set in stone yet. Not yet. Maybe in August. But I will be traveling to Houston, Texas as a guest speaker for a vision board party. Yes, one of my mentees asked me to be a guest speaker, and I was like, sure, I'll make a trip. Don't matter to me. So I'll be in Houston in November. I'll be in Charlotte in June and July. And I'll be in Columbia sometime soon. All right, guys. So I see that there's no more questions. We're just going to wrap this up because I don't want to keep you guys on here. I really appreciate you guys for coming in, asking the questions, listening to me. I really do appreciate you guys' support. I really do. Let's make sure that when my kids go live and they're doing story time, go in the comments and say, way to go. You're doing a good job, because they love to see the comments. After I told them how many people view them, they want to see the comments now. They want to see who's watching them or how many people is watching them. So whenever my kids do story time, please comment down below, share it. They love it. They know more about Facebook than I do, trust me. All right, guys. So if you don't know the slogan, let me go ahead and teach you. Let me go ahead and teach you the slogan right here, because I had my friend, she said, and it was real funny to me. She said, AMT is a place to be. If you ain't here, get here. That is not the slogan, but I love it. Lynette, I'm talking about you. Yes, I had to call you out. But the slogan is AMT, for a Mother's Touch, is the place to be. If you're not here, we're waiting. All right, I'm going to say it one more time. AMT is the place to be. If you're not here, you got a point. If you're not here, we're waiting. Okay, so I'm going to close this out. And I'm going to say the slogan. I want y'all to say it with me, okay? AMT is the place to be. If you're not here, we're waiting. Bye, guys.